Kaylee Goncalves' sister, speaks out for first time against Bryan Kohberger. While many of Kaylee Goncalves' family members have been outspoken about her murder after Bryan Kohberger killed her, and fellow Idaho college students Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Chapin, one relative that initially stayed out of the spotlight was her youngest sister, Aubrie Goncalves. However, nearly 4 years after the murders, Aubrie has started to speak out to share insight into who Kaylee was while also fighting for justice against Kohbherger after he filed to have his guilty plea withdrawn. Everything to know about Aubrie and what she said about Kaylee's murder below. Aubrie is the youngest daughter of Steven Goncalves and Kristi Goncalves, who also share eldest daughter Alivea Goncalves, middle daughter Kaylee, and son Steven Goncalves Jr.
So why is everyone suddenly talking about GLP-1?
It's the hormone that helps control cravings, blood sugar, and appetite. Basically, it tells your brain you're full.
Most GLP-1 supplements out there are actually cinnamon or turmeric in a capsule,
Which don't actually support GLP-1.
Adavita GLP-1 is different. It's the first capsule with Akkermansia, a gut bacteria linked to GLP-1 release.
Plus berberine, green tea, grapeseed, hibiscus, and prebiotics to feed the good bacteria.
Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/7 to explore the details.
She is currently a college student at Baylor University, which she announced in a 2025 Instagram post. "Yes, I am committed to Baylor." She captioned a photo of her wearing a green and yellow shirt that read, "Baylor Forever." Aubrie also shared more about herself in an Instagram post for Baylor University's class of 2031 page. "I am currently wanting to become an anesthesiologist, and I have been for quite some time," she wrote. "I plan on rushing in the spring, which I'm super excited for. I love playing any sport, meeting people, going on spontaneous trips, and really anything that gets me out of the house," Aubrie continued. "My family and God mean absolutely everything to me." Aubrie initially remained silent after her sister was killed in her off-campus home in November 2022. However, she issued an impactful statement shortly after Kohbherger announced his plans to withdraw his guilty plea in the murders of Kaylee, Mogen, Kernodle, and Chapin in July 2026. That's how long it's been since Chapin, Kaylee Goncalves, Maddy Mogen, and Xana Kernodle were murdered. Aubrie began in a July 27, 2026, post shared via her family's Facebook page. She said she wasn't planning on saying anything, but decided to speak up because she couldn't stay silent after Kohbherger filed to withdraw his plea. "For him, this may be another legal filing. For me, it's another day without my sister," she wrote. "I'm Kaylee's little sister, and Maddy wasn't just Kaylee's best friend, she was family. She was my big sister, too." Aubrie went on to say that the killings have impacted every day of her life since they happened. "They were silenced without a choice, without a second thought. They were murdered while they were sleeping, in the place they should have been safest. They never got the chance to tell their story," she wrote about the victims. "They never got the chance to ask for mercy. Mercy was never going to be shown to them. So why should the person convicted of taking their voices continue to have one?" Aubrie also said that critics of the case have spent years ignoring the evidence because it doesn't fit the narrative they've convinced themselves is true. "They ignore the DNA recovered from the knife sheath left beside my sister. The surveillance footage tracking the white Hyundai Elantra before and after the murders, the cell phone data documenting his movements that night, his phone disconnecting from the network during the window of the murders before reconnecting afterward, the repeated trips investigators documented to the King Road neighborhood before November 13. The eyewitness testimony, the forensic evidence, the digital evidence, and the countless hours law enforcement spent piecing everything together until it all pointed to one person," she wrote. While reflecting on the public fascination in the case, Aubrie said that she and the loved ones of the victims will never be able to remove themselves from the situation. "We walk past an urn every day holding what we have left of Kaylee. People tell families like mine to move on, but how do you move on when your sister's life has been reduced to an urn sitting in your family's home?" she continued. "How do you move on when every birthday, every holiday, every accomplishment reminds you of everything she should still be here for?" Aubrie continued to speak out while appearing on the August 4, 2026, episode of the Today Show alongside her parents. When everything happened, I was a sophomore in high school, she said, noting that she not only lost Kaylee but also Mogen, who was also like a sister to her. I was only 16 years old, and at the time I kind of just decided no words are going to bring back either one of my sisters, so I didn't feel like saying anything. Aubrie said that now that she's gotten older, she has realized that no words are going to bring back my sisters, but words are going to keep their memories alive. I'm not really one to put myself in a situation like this. I don't really like to, but I know that I have to keep Maddie and Kaylee's name alive. And that's why I'm here today, she added.